Well, river trolling with crankbaits is almost always a structure trolling gig. What I mean by that, structure trolling means we want those crankbaits in contact with the bottom. And since we're fishing along riprap banks here where there's bank protection and these lures are right close to the bank, this is not a situation for planer boards. This is a situation for flat line trolling. But we need to spread our lines out here so that our lures aren't exactly in the same spot. So what I've done here with this rod holder, I've laid it flat and I've got an 8.5 or a 9-foot rod here to get it out away from the boat. And then back here, I've chosen a 7-foot rod, a little shorter to get some separation between my lures, and I've angled it down again so the rod tips are near the water. I want these baits right down on the bottom, hammering into that riprap, hammering into that rock, and ricocheting off it. That's where the strikes are going to come from. That rod just hammered. Just hammered. Yeah, it looks like a nice walleye. Not a bad walleye, Jakers. Get him, kid. Get him. Ah, good scoop. Okay. First walleye in the box. Get him out of here. We can take a look at him. Hey, this is our first fish for the day. Actually hit on a timber tiger. We're trolling crankbaits in the lower Saginaw River. It's a presentation a lot of people don't know about. I tell you what, as the day progresses, I think you're going to learn a thing or two about catching walleyes on crankbaits. One in the box. All right, let me grab a net. There we go.
Looks like a nice walleye here.
Cool. Let me get around you here, big guy, so I can get to the back. All right, that'll be good. That'll work. I haven't seen him yet. Oh yeah, it's a nice walleye.
Okay, bring him right up.
Good job. That's a nice walleye.
Look at that, another Saginaw River walleye. Taking on a timber tiger. Trolling about 2.2 miles an hour, trolling upstream.
Matt, I'm familiar with timber tigers. You know, I've been catching bass on them for a long time. I would not have thought of this as being a walleye bait, nor would I even think about trolling for walleye. What got you thinking about trolling these things for walleyes?
Well, trolling the Saginaw River, you're trolling a lot of riprap in the spring.
Yeah.
You know, typically I'm trolling crankbaits close to shore on real steep drop-offs, and when you're trolling close to shore, you're always running into big boulders. You got a lot of down timber, and the reason I went with the timber tiger is, number one, I love the finishes. It looks like what these walleyes are eating, and two, these things can run into a boulder, they can run into timber, and they literally deflect right off from it. So I don't get real nervous when my rod starts banging when I get real close to shore that I'm going to lose a crankbait. Because ever since I've gone to this style of crankbait, I haven't lost any crankbaits yet this spring.
Well, it's got these little wings on the side of the bait, and then that's what's causing it to deflect, and of course it's hopping over stuff that other crankbaits might snag on, right?
Exactly. What it does basically is that when it runs into structure, it causes the bait to roll. Those wings cause the bait to actually roll upside down, angling the hooks away from the snag, and then once it deflects off the object, it goes right into its regular running pattern.
All right, well, they're working good here today. We're not having any trouble catching fish on it. It's a neat looking bait, the timber tiger. It's a Warden product.
More for live well.